Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. It doesn't matter if you're watching now or on replay. So, how are you, Stephen?
Well, we've just been talking, Marco, and my machine is just. I need to change something. Can you bear with me?
Okay. Okay, I can dance and sing while you set up.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I've just got a problem.
Okay.
I had it.
Okay.
Okay. So if you can
solve it, and join again when you're good. Okay. So for those of you who are watching us, and maybe if you want to join us, please feel free to ask me to join the show. I will share with you the link for you to join. Okay, let me know from where you are, what you're doing. Love that things. So let's see if Steven, it's okay. And are you okay, Stephen? Okay, let's go. How are you?
I'm good. There's a version of XSplit VCAM which is called PTR, pre something, and it's the beta version. In other words, it's not public version. It's a version you can try, and I'm trying it, and occasionally what it's doing is locking up. So that's why I had to change cameras. I'm back on my Logitech Brio, and you can actually see and hear me, so that worked.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. So, news. I think you found a new toy this week. You're using often. Can you share your takeaways from this new toy you found on another amazing deal on AppSumo?
Okay, yeah, I checked out, the deal's gone, which is unfortunate. The system, I hope it's the right one, is called OneStream.live. Now, we know that recorded video is important, and you create a masterpiece, a video which you want to send out to all the platforms. How do you send out a recorded video? Just many different destinations at one time. Now, OneStream.live is the ability to do just that. You upload a pre-recorded video to OneStream.live. You then put in a title and a description. You then select where you want it to go live. You then say when you want it to go live, and you can go live with a pre-recorded video on Facebook pages, Facebook groups, Facebook profiles. That's Facebook, YouTube, Vimeo, Twitch, and of course Periscope. So you can do a video and you can go live on all those platforms at the same time. I've used it, works, and fee, and I can now send my pre-recorded videos out to the internet basically by just uploading them, selecting where I want them to go, and it simply works. That's one of the two things that I found in the last week.
You found another one.
I found another one. Do you come back a minute? Okay. Do you like music?
Absolutely. Who doesn't?
Do you like listening to music?
Absolutely, yes.
Do you like listening to music in groups? Yeah. Group, right? Okay, I'll explain. I discovered a site called if I can remember the name of it, it's called Watch Together, and it's WATCH2, then number 2, and then Gether.
Okay.
And basically, it's the ability to watch YouTube videos together. We've tried to, when we go live on Facebook, we try to play YouTube music videos. And the only thing that happens is that Facebook says you can't do that. Yeah. So we can't go live on Facebook with YouTube videos and play the music we love. So we can using Watch Together, but we can't do it on Facebook. We can do it with a private audience. So Watch Together is the ability to create a playlist on YouTube, bring that playlist into the watch room, invite people to join you, and to either be just in text or on camera with microphone, up to 14 people at one time, and to talk whilst the music plays in the background, and to talk or be quiet while the music is actually playing. So this is sort of a hybrid. It's not live on Facebook. It's just purely between a group of up to 100 people, and that's a big group, listening to music that you enjoy, and everybody brings along their own playlist, and you can exchange playlists, you can listen to music, and you start a party if you wanted. So that's Watch Together, and it's $3.49 a month. Now, that is what it's designed for. Okay, now you know me, if you find something that's designed to do something, I generally find another way to use it. I'm using it, or going to start using it, for training. So I've got a YouTube playlist, which is of my Be Life course. So I've created a room, and it's got every single video from my Be Life course in there. And I can do live training sessions where we play one of the videos and then discuss it afterwards. Yeah. So you could take the camera and microphone video, play that, and then people can ask questions. You could take the green screen situation and you could discuss that and watch the video as well. So it's a live training room with up to 14 people on video or microphone and 100 people actually watching. Yeah, so that's my find of the week, and I mean $3.49 is neither here nor there, and it works. We've tested it out. In actual fact, on Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. in the UK, Fonz and I will be live for half an hour on Be Live on Facebook and YouTube, and then we'll invite everybody to join us in the watch party. So, Marco, if you want to make a short playlist of 3 or 4 of your favorite YouTube videos, you could join us and we can listen to music.
Perfect. Sounds good. I'm already looking at the website.
Oh, you found it. Good. Yep. I'm going there too. Okay, that's the one. That's definitely the one. Okay, that is just clean and simple, and you invite people in, and people can either just listen, or they can listen and go on camera, or they can listen and go on microphone. And it's a watch party, but it is composed entirely of YouTube videos. You can put together a playlist and you can play that from beginning to end. Or there's some wonderful 60s and 70s playlists already on YouTube. You can borrow somebody else's playlist and just bring it in, and you can listen to music from that era and just discuss it. I know. Yep.
By the way, do you know this Chrome extension which works on Edge and Chrome as well? I found it, and I think it's something really, really nice.
Okay, off you go.
Which allows you to make some draws, for instance. Okay, look how good this is. Okay, you can make it a little bit strong, for instance, because I think for you, Steven, it's an amazing tool to make your tutorial.
Okay.
You know, you can draw lines. Okay,
Yeah.
so you can shapes.
That's good.
Okay, and the good thing about this is that, for instance, you can make some notes. It allows also for you to write, and then you can make a print screen and send it to someone.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you,
So,
you can
so
you can you can change colors.
okay. I like that.
See? Well, I'm just
It's okay. It works as an example. That's good.
that's what I like to do, to see every feature it allows you to make. You can
Yeah.
erase it, okay, or you can just let me see if okay, erase everything. You can use just the mouse as normal, okay, for instance, and then okay, let me. You can, and this feature is good because I don't know about you, but one of the struggles I have often is to know which the code of the color you want to use. Okay?
Indeed. Yeah.
So you have this color picker, kind of eyedropper. You
Yeah.
can go there and you pick. Okay, then you have the color, and then you have here the codes, the RGB
Yeah.
or this
Yeah.
one, which is also used. Okay, so you can copy, and let me see if it works. Let me see if it works here. No, it doesn't. There's you should. It doesn't copy the codes you get. Okay. But it's a very useful tool for those of you who like to make trainings using browsers, because it doesn't work. I think no, it doesn't on other applications like Photoshop, whatever. But and for instance, you make lots of live trainings and live stream tools,
Yeah.
and they work mostly on browsers. So I think it's a nice way. For instance, I canceled my Screencast-O-Matic
All right. Okay.
because he does the same,
Right.
and that's good because you can
Good.
you at the end you make your drawings, your annotations, and then you just print screen, and
Screenshot.
there you go.
Yeah. That's good. I mean, you could be playing the tutorial videos, and you get to a point and you want to highlight something. You can
Yeah, yeah,
highlight it, take the
absolutely,
screenshot, and send it to somebody. That's brilliant.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. So it's
Right.
another another option. And can you okay? Do you want to talk about the new improvements Be Live came up? As I said, last week, I think you made the show on Thursday or Friday. I don't
Yeah.
remember.
Friday.
And I said to you, in my opinion, it was the smartest movement Be Live made this last year, because one of the things I don't know if you want to share the screen. For me, it's okay, Stephen, and show the new features.
Okay. Let's see if we can.
The good thing about this is that Restream and Streamia, they are struggling with the same weapons. I don't know if you agree with me. If some brings the 10 people on screen feature, the other one does the same. If one does this something, they do the same. And Be
Yeah.
Live moved in a very different way, and I think it was very smart because, first of all, it's they didn't went to the same battlefield. They chose another one, and mostly because it's a need on the market. This
That's right.
shopping tool, it's a need which you
Okay.
should need. So,
Right.
if you want,
Just let me just. I'm just preparing. I'm just bringing up an
okay, okay,
image
okay, okay, okay,
on screen, so so
okay.
we
We
actually
have.
got something for people to look at. Okay. So I've got
Hello,
an image.
Chris. How are you? If you want to join, please. I think you may have there the link to join. Let me check.
So I'm going to share my screen.
Okay,
I'm
my
going to
guest
share a
Steven.
Chrome tab. Okay, so this is my Be Live studio
Okay, there you go.
with me in the studio. Right,
Hello, Steven. How are you?
right, okay. Now, what we're going to do is that's not the whole point. If I bring another image in, that was just a reference to Airdroid. I'm going to bring another image in if I can. Let's just go to my hard drive, go to drive C, go to backdrops, and let's bring that one in. Seeing Chris is here, we'll bring this backdrop up on screen. Okay, I'm going to hide that one. Right, that's Chris's hometown. Okay, now what happens is that when people are shopping, you bring up, let's just do it. If I go for live selling and I go for bots, yeah, I'm selling this course on Udemy and I'm going to show it on the screen. Okay, and I'm going to hide that. Then this course is available for $9.99. It's called Bots for Broadcasters, Beginner's Guide to Bots. Now, normally I'd have to show it on screen and nothing would happen. I'd just say, this is wonderful. What happens next? Now, the what happens next has been taken care of because whenever I show that picture on screen, the link to buy is actually shown in the comments of the live broadcast.
Can,
Now, it shows in the comments of a live broadcast whether you are in a group, on your personal profile, or on a business page. So it works everywhere. So if you're selling in a private group, it works. If you're selling on your personal profile, you shouldn't do that. It will work. And if you're doing it on a business page, it will most certainly work. But I won't.
can you
Yeah.
please show the setup, Steven, for
Yeah,
people
sure.
to see?
Sure. So the setup is simple and straightforward. If I go to live shopping, I've got the title, I've got the price, I've got the description, which I cut and paste, and then underneath that, I've got the link. Yeah, no, that's not the real link. Well, it's just a minute. Okay, I can take that. Let's go here. Okay, if I'm selling my website, yeah,
Yeah.
let's take that one off. We'll hide that one, and I will sell my website. So let's go to widgets, or not. I'll come back to there in a minute. Let's go to live selling. I'm going to sell my website. I'm going to bring my website on screen. And as soon as I do, a link to my website goes in the comments. So people watching live on Be Live are given a link to my website.
It's funny because when they come up with this feature, I don't know, a year and a half ago, maybe.
Yeah.
I said, for me, it was a need to have this feature, which allows you, when you show up a product or a service on screen, automatically a link goes to the comments. Because if people want to buy, they want the easy way to do it.
Oh, yeah.
It's really hard to say, okay, now you have this to buy, and you look all over, and where can I buy this? Oh, you should go to the site. Yeah, you will lose a lot of people, and because we know people tend to be lazy, so it's good to easier the process.
Yeah. It's the missing link, isn't it?
Absolutely.
It's the thing that should have been there and wasn't. The other thing you can do, and you'll like this one, hopefully, is that I'm going to hide that, and I'm going to bring our good friend David up on screen. By bringing David up on screen, I'm actually, in the comments, goes the links to his next show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. so people can click the link to his next show and they can reserve a space. So in this way, you can set up a catalog of your future shows,
or
schedule,
past shows.
or past shows. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, and basically every time you bring that picture up on screen, a link goes in the comments. Description, so the show with David Burrows, link. Okay, Stephen's website, link. Marco's show, link. And every time you show the picture, because trying to do it manually, you just can't do it. It's got to be done automatically.
Yeah.
And this just works because you set it up once and you can use it many times. I mean, when I show this now, it will do the replay from Monday. Yeah. When I show it on Monday, it will do a link to the show that's going live on Monday. So you can keep updating it. You can keep changing the link. Yeah. It's interactive. It's live. It's exciting.
Yeah, and time saver after all, also because you can come up with the same content again and again, and you don't have to set it up all the time. So I think it's a nice thing. Can you please also show because for me it's also a nice feature, the stickers.
Show what we'd like to see next.
The stickers. Yes. Sticky
Oh,
notes.
right. Okay. Yeah.
I think it's also a nice feature.
Okay. Right. Now, sticky notes. Let's just get rid of that one. Okay. And let's go back to a screen where they will show a bit better. Okay. So I'm going to hide David. Sorry, David. Right. Post-it notes, sticky notes. You can have on the screen, and you can type in the text. So the text, you can just overwrite it. Okay, if you get it wrong, you can overwrite it again. We'll get there. And you can place that anywhere on the screen. Yeah. Now, this is the thing that I loved. I watched Molly Mahoney last night. Molly Mahoney saw Irene on a phone doing a show at 2:00 in the morning. Yeah. And she leapt out of bed and said, I love that. So she went live. She was live from 2 in the morning to 3:30, talking about everything that Irene was doing. And it got totally carried away. But the thing that she did was this. I'm going to duplicate that note.
Do you hit that kind of slideshow because it will put there some duct tape? Did you try it?
No, go on.
Hit where there's this kind of screen. Yes, hit there.
Okay. Yep, got it. Right. The other thing is, if you go into colors, and you change the color,
it applies to the stickers.
It applies to the notes. Yeah. So I'm going to change it back. Red's a bit garish. Let's go to purple, mauve. Yeah. So that's it. So that's the notes. The other thing you can do, I don't know whether this will work or not, so bear with me a moment. I'm going to take that off screen. I'm going to put me back on screen. And if I go here, and I'm going to go to branding, I'm not sure what's going to happen now. Bear with me. If you scroll down, this is the third update on Be Live this week. If you scroll down, you will eventually find, depending on how many overlays you've got, the overlays, new ones, 5 of them. And if you click on the overlay and apply it, there you are.
You have filters.
You've got filters. So you've got 5 different filters that you can actually use during the live broadcast. And to a greater or lesser degree, they work. Yeah. Right. Okay, that's the update on Be Live this week, and we're just
major updates. And for me, very good updates. Mostly the shopping feature and stickers. I think They are very, very helpful.
And I'm just going to switch off the widget. So take the notes off, just one click.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's very easy to manage, to change it, to replace it, to move it, and everything.
Yep.
To duplicate. I think that it's a very interesting feature they brought. I'm looking forward to try it. Thank you, Steve.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah. Brilliant.
I forgot to ask you. What about the engagement with that videos you share through OneStream?
All right. Okay. Now, I've done it two ways. The reason I do it is because we're both in Europe and we're in the same time zone, and it's now 6:35 in the evening. By the time we've gone to bed, everybody in the States is starting their evening. So I do it to time shift. So I will broadcast when I'm asleep at midnight here with us. So that it actually goes out at 7 o'clock in the States. Yeah. But I did try. I went live, well, pseudo live, recording live, and it was 8 p.m. my time. And it went live on my personal profile, two of my business pages in a group. And because I was on my mobile phone, I was able to interact with people who are watching in each of those four. So if you're on your mobile phone and you're actually watching, then you can be interactive. Yeah. The other thing is you can catch up. I did one, which was the midnight one, and I woke up the following morning to 4 comments, and I replied to them straight away. Yeah. So it works. It works. There's not as right. It does go live as live, and people will cotton on one day that it's not actually live. But for the moment, we're in the clear. Yeah. But it does attract comments.
You can do that as well on Restream.
Restream's a monthly charge.
Oh yes, of course, yes.
Yeah, like OneStream.live, the AppSumo deal is a one-off.
I'm saying this because I also bought Restream on an AppSumo deal.
Brilliant. Well, there you are. I mean,
so I have this feature.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I never tried.
Right.
Never tried.
Well, it does. It works. It works. And the more you do it, then the more you get into the cycle of things that you're doing. You've got to sort of say, right, okay, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'm going to do a scheduled stream with a pre-recorded video. I'm going to make the pre-recorded video over the weekend, or 3 pre-recorded videos over the weekend. I think, to be fair to everybody, it's got to be new content. So my plan this weekend is to do 3 20-minute recordings, and then to schedule them to go out Monday, Wednesday, Friday next week. I'll let you know how it goes. Yeah, because you're still on holiday this week.
Sorry?
You're on holiday this week, are you not?
Well, to be honest, I'm a little standbying. Yeah, till the end of the month, I'm on half work.
Right.
Yeah, maybe,
Yeah.
because I'm still producing content. I reduced the going live thing because it's really consuming me.
Yeah.
And so I hit the brake a little bit.
Yeah. Well, it works. I mean, I'd like you. I took a break for a week and I only did the one show, which was the Tuesday show and Be Live, as the rest of the schedule, as you know, stopped. And just taking that week off, it means that you come back refreshed. I can tell. My friend Zahir lives in Bangladesh. We've known each other for 15 years. We've not met, and we keep in touch, yeah. And he saw a video I did first day back, and he said, "You're looking good." So I must have been looking tired before then, and then once I came back, I was energetic. So yeah, a break from live is good because you come back refreshed.
By the way, by
Yeah.
the way, I
Yeah.
think, my friend, you have some. You have another good news, which you didn't talk about it. Can you remind what it could be?
Oh, you've set me up again. It's very kind of you. Uh, about 2 weeks ago, I was approached by Airdroid. Airdroid been in business since 2012, and they provide software which allows you to transfer files from your phone. Yeah, that's it. I got it. From your phone to your desktop wirelessly. So you don't need to USB. No, none of that. You just have Airdroid on your phone, Airdroid on your desktop. Press sync, and the files go across. And it's a two-way thing. You can transfer files from your desktop to your phone. Last year, I discovered that they also did screen mirroring, which is the ability to take what's on your phone and put it on screen. Also, you can use it as a second camera. So I did 2 videos, which still are on YouTube, and Airdroid saw them, and they said they're not bad. So they actually asked me to do a review. They're starting getting people real users, to actually review their software, and they said, "Will you do the first one? And we want you to do a scripted interview." Now, it took 2 weeks to sort of get the understanding as to what they were after. But at the end of the 2 weeks, I came up with a 4-minute video, which I used OneStream.live, yes, last night. I pushed it out everywhere. And it's a great feeling when a company says, "We like what you're doing, we'd like you to become more involved, and we want to promote you." So they're fully behind the video. It's on the Airdroid page now. It's been publicized on the Airdroid page to all their followers. They're tweeting it out, and thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris.
Now you can see the comments there.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Another improvement, and basically it's a good feeling. It's a red letter day. It started yesterday. It's continued today. Because that's what you want. That's what we're all aiming for, is for somebody to notice and say, "Right, okay, we like what you're doing. We'd like to help you." So there's Stephen the video. There's going to be Stephen the blog, and who knows what's going to happen. But I'm looking forward to it. It's a part of the journey.
Well, this comes to this so important thing. I think we already talked about this, which is when you give that step ahead and start making live shows, and it doesn't have to be just live shows. If you start blogging or podcasting or recording video and then share with your audience, at the end you will get things that you didn't thought when you started. I think it happened with you. It's happening also with me.
Good.
So
Yep.
it's good. It's good for you to be there and to be open to what may come, because that's the I think at the end of the day, you will understand that you have more to win than to lose, and it's important to have this in mind. But my friend, there's another new which you didn't talk about it, because I saw this kind of flyer or poster about an online event with someone from Britain, which his face was familiar to me, and I don't know. I'm not sure.
You're referring to the Pakistan. Well, my friend Rabia, who I met on BeLive. We did shows together. We did shows in Pakistan, and I remember in those days Rabia was chaperoned, and it used to be me on one camera, Rabia on the other camera, and her father sat next to her. And it took a little bit of getting used to, but you can understand it's a different way of life. But we got on famously, and we did quite a few shows together. So Rabia has been tasked by Rehan Alawa to create a 4-day virtual event in Pakistan, based in Pakistan, and she invited the people she knows. So this is somebody I met 4 years ago who did shows together, and she's now saying, will you join me in September on this live event with well, it's just awesome to be invited to
do you have the site, the page?
I'll post a link afterwards.
If you want to share right now.
Well, yes, truly, I do want to share it.
Okay, let's do, my friend.
Okay,
let's do it.
Right, brilliant. Okay, it's gone quiet. It's gone.
No
quiet.
Rush. No rush.
There is. It's my turn to cook.
Okay.
There is a time constraint. You've got Angelica saying, I'm hungry. I'm hungry.
Steven, bring the food.
Indeed. Well, we're actually going to cook the food together. So, okay.
By the way, meanwhile, I started creating videos on InVideo. Can we just because I didn't saw where we can cut the audios we add to the video.
The audios.
Yes.
The music or
music, yes, because you have that.
On the top left-hand corner is the menu. And the second item down is music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you can then select the type of music you want, whether you want.
Yes.
Music. Yeah.
Yes. The problem is this: I had the music, fine, but I just want the music to play on the first because I have this intro, then I have the video. Okay, but I can't, as far as I see, and I think I may be missing something.
No, you're not missing something. The music plays for the whole of the video. Yeah.
Okay.
So what you do, and this is my friend John Upton helping us both, is you create the videos in sections. So you do the first video, the second video, the third video. So rather than doing scenes, you do create individual videos.
Okay, and then put them all together.
Put them all together. Yep.
Okay. And for instance, you can't also create a kind of template because how I'm working now, I made this intro template, okay, and then just that scene, I save that scene, and then when I want to make another video, I just duplicate the scene and I work on there because I was thinking. Maybe I can download it and then upload it to media folder. Right. But is it editable if you do this?
No.
So I think I made the right choice.
Yes. Yeah. Well, insofar as you can't take anything off, but you can add things on. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if you had a canvas which was the intro and you left the title blank, you could bring in the blank video and add the title to it.
No, because for instance, what I have this animation, this title, my logo, my avatar there, and I'm very lazy. I don't want to be working over and over again. So what I did, I saved the project. You have that, and then I want, for instance, this video. It's about how to set up Live, just to give you an example. And tomorrow I want to make how to set up Restream. Okay, I go there because I have this intro, just an intro file, an intro project on InVideo. I go there and there's duplicate. I duplicate the file.
Yep.
Okay. So every there is Harper. Every layer is editable. and then I can go there. I had the scenes I want to the right video there, and at the end, okay, that's it.
Hello, Harper. This is good timing. Don't take this the wrong way, but I'm the chef tonight. I've got to go and cook. And now that you're here, you get where I'm going. If I don't go and cook, then there's going to be trouble. I'll see you both later. Bye.
Okay, Steven. Bye-bye. It was good to have you.
I was listening on my phone, so yeah, definitely go and
Right.
get
Okay,
some food.
cheers.
Okay, bye-bye. Hello, Harper. How are you?
Good morning. My computer decided that it wanted to do some huge update and then froze. So I've been listening to you guys on my phone. Yeah.
How do we? I don't know how do we say it. Well, these races with guys passing through the. Oh my God! You know when it comes a messenger and passes through the message to another one, and the other one starts running. And
Like a relay.
Exactly.
Yes.
Steven gave you the relay.
He's out. I'm in. All right.
So how are you?
I am good. I put on my reminder that we were going to be doing this, but I put it as tomorrow. I changed our time, but I figured, okay. But I put it in the wrong day, so because this is not our normal time to do this or day. So
not the right time, the normal time and day. We change everything.
Hey, you know,
it's how crazy you are. We are.
Yeah.
So, any news?
Not really. Got the top off my truck because I have an early '80s K5 Blazer, the Chevy Blazer SUV where the back canopy comes off, and so I've got that off now, and so I get to drive around, like almost like I'm in a convertible. But bad thing is that it's about 41 to 43 degrees Celsius over here, so it's a little warm. And years ago, I had this great idea of, well, I'm never going to need the AC, so I took the air conditioning out of the vehicle, and then I moved to the hottest part of the U.S., and I'm kind of regretting that decision. But hey, I'll put it back on. I mean, I can still do that, but
look how good I am today.
Yep.
Today it's my I can be. It's not that melting hot weather. It's 22. I'm okay with the shorts, with a t-shirt. That's perfect. That's perfect temperature.
That's Marco-friendly weather.
Absolutely. It should be like this. For me, during the day, this temperature, night when people are sleeping, raining all the time. Rain.
I like when it rains at night because for me, I seem to sleep better that way. But like right now, it's 36 degrees where I'm at today with a high of 41. So
yeah, it's kind of warm.
Yeah, I mean, when you live in a desert, you kind of ask for it. So I guess the high this week is going to be actually next week is Monday, a high of 43. So
oh my God. Oh my God.
And no rain in sight.
just by hearing, I'm melting. The temperature went up. And next shows.
Yeah.
What are you doing next show?
Next show, I'm going to do one tomorrow, but I really haven't decided. I'm kind of between two things what I want to do. But I mean, just kind of talking a little bit about like some of the things that people have done during the lockdown and stuff like that. My show is about, for those that don't know, my show is about cars. And so kind of things that people have done to still kind of do things, but without being able to really do things. I mean, that really doesn't make sense. But like, you can't have car shows. You can't have, like, little kids can't have birthday parties because you can't have people together. So what they've kind of done here in the States is they'll do the car community gets together and kind of gives a little parade so that the kids can stand out in their driveway and all these really cool cars drive by and honk and wave and all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of what we did, what we've kind of adapted to this year, into kind of helping the car people get out and do something, because nobody gets out of their car. They just kind of do a slow drive by or whatever. And, so the kids can, like, look at all these cars that goes by, and stuff. So it's kind of a win-win for everybody, because, he gets to have friends, over for a birthday. But yeah, so just either that or just I don't know. I'll come up with something.
Yeah, it
Yep.
sounds good. Did you saw that new feature on Be Live about? Well, it was an add-on on this shopping feature.
On the what?
On I think you use Be Live, right?
Yeah.
So there's this live shopping feature,
Yes.
and now they add the availability to put their link.
Yeah, I did. I saw that you can put a link to it now. So if you have, I haven't tried it. I don't sell anything, but I would imagine. So, like, if you have an affiliate link to Amazon,
Yeah, absolutely.
you can click that, and so that is a great way
Absolutely.
for people to support your show. So.
If you, for instance, maybe you can make some kind of deal with the pieces supplier. It's the right word.
Yeah, if I was doing, if I got, I've done a couple product reviews for stuff that I have used on my vehicles, and but something like that. If somebody wanted me to, kind of do a review on one of their products, I could put a link on it, and so.
Yeah, sounds really good for me. And for instance, if you want to think about creating some kind of course or membership or something about your business, why not?
Yeah, definitely.
For instance, we were doing kind of brainstorming with me and Steven. What you can do, for instance, today you're going to talk about something, and during the show, we can talk about this, but I have this video where I talked about this specific topic. You can bring the kind of the video card, then the link to the video, and so people can follow. It's kind of like on YouTube, you have that cards.
Right.
So it's kind of because it's a way for you to spread your videos. Or for instance, if you want to promote a show within a show you're doing, for instance, you are now making a show, and next week I'll be talking about this. If you schedule
definitely.
Live,
A lot of times I do schedule. The only times I really don't is if I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing a show or not. But because I don't want that link to go out to say, hey, I'm going to do this, and then something comes up that I don't. So it all depends on what my schedule is. It'll be so much better once everything gets opened up, where I can start going to some of the local drag races and just doing some filming, of local drag racers and car shows and stuff like that. So
yeah. Okay, we are all waiting for the normality, I think. Yeah, because it's to be honest, even though here things are a little bit lighter, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
We're not that enclosed as we did 2 months ago. I don't like. I rather be at home, quiet, because and I have some health problems, so I rather be at home, safe, thankfully, I can work from home. So
Yeah.
if I can avoid it, I will do it.
Yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense. I'm just one of those people. It's like mentally, I do so much better if I'm outside in the sun and doing something outside. So I mean, even if I have nothing to do on any of my car or my truck, or don't have anywhere to go, I'll go outside and walk around and see what little wild animals I can see. So 'cause I've got a lot of wildlife in my yard. So and apparently a wild dog in my bed.
Yeah, it's good. For instance, I missed this football game
Hmm.
at Thursday evening.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know you're a Liverpool fan, right?
Yeah, well, in England, why I love kind of Liverpool support. I'm not a fanatic. I like because when I was 15, I went to England. It was 2 weeks ago.
In
And
July
then,
when I was 15.
yeah, yeah. And then it was the first time I went out without my parents. I was very young. It was all new for me. And then
Mhm.
we went shopping, and it's funny because even though we have these salaries, it's the right word. The pay you got at the end of the month for your work.
Salary.
Yes. Here in Portugal, we have the average and the minimum. It's very low.
Okay.
Okay. But some things in Britain or in England are cheapest than here, which
Yeah.
is funny. And as we discussed before, for instance, gasoline, it's cheaper in United States than here, and I think you can
Right.
you,
And
you get
we talked. Yeah, we talked about that.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I went there, and then when I think you have this problem also when you were young. We love sports stores, those who sell shoes,
Mhm.
jackets, shirts, and
The
everything.
jerseys, all that kind
Yeah,
of. Oh
yeah.
yeah.
And I went there. Oh my God, you have Manchester United, Liverpool, and everything. And then there was a hat, this winter hat. I don't know how does he call it in
It's like
English.
a knit. Kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Keep your
and
head warm.
yeah, yes, and it was about. I think it was the 100th anniversary of Liverpool, and that headline "You'll Never Walk Alone," and I fell in love, and it was on sale, and then I bought it, and that's where my supportership of Liverpool started. So
Gotcha.
because here in Portugal, I'm a fan of Sporting, which is the team from Lisbon, football team, soccer team, because football for you it's another thing, and that's it. But I'm not usually when the foreign teams I support those who have Portuguese. If if it's the coach or player, usually for instance, when he was on Manchester United, Ronaldo, I supported Manchester. When he went to Real Madrid, I loved Real Madrid. Now he's on Juventus, and that's it because I don't get these links with foreign teams. For instance, I loved Chicago Bulls when there was that uh,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
that
No,
that amazing man.
That was iconic back then. I mean, I think everybody, was a Chicago Bulls fan back when Michael Jordan and
Yeah.
all them were like, but
And believe me, I started liking Chicago Bulls way years before they started winning the championship because I remember a lot the the commenters saying, "Oh, this guy is such an amazing player," and he never got the champion ring.
hmm
And then they come, whoa, yeah, it was. For instance, when he went away, when he retired, I lose my interest on NBA. And also happened the same with Formula One when Ayrton Senna died. I completely lost my interest on that because I loved this guy. He was an amazing driver. He was so charismatic. First, I made a live show a month ago talking about him because I don't know if you know his history, but maybe because you love cars, there's one thing you know. When the race had rain or water on the pitch, he won the race.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know why?
Why?
Because when he was a boy, he had this race on karting. And it started to rain and he lost the race. Okay? And he got so pissed or so sad. And then he drives hours after hours on wet pitch.
Yeah.
That's why. It was a kind of law. Wet pitch, he won the race. It's kind of, okay. Did it rain? Okay, Ayrton Senna won.
Yeah, U.S. car races, it rains, they all stop, and it's like, what are you stopping for? You know?
This guy was like, sometimes he was a little bit crazy because he made some crazy movements. I never forgot this one. He was leading a race with, I think, 45 seconds ahead. Okay. And he didn't went to change tires. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He kept moving, and then, poof! a tire completely blown. It was, and I thought to myself, this fucking guy is crazy.
But that's the chances. That's the chances you take. You're like going, I think I can make it, and yeah, but that's the gamble.
Because for instance, if he had 10 seconds ahead, okay, I understand. But it was I can't forget. It was about 45 seconds ahead, my friend.
Yeah, and
it's
and with Formula One, they've only got the one. There's one lug on the wheel, so it's like on off.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, so.
He had this kind of, but it was so. For instance, I don't know, Michael Schumacher won way more than he did,
Mm-hmm.
and we don't feel this connection with him. It's amazing.
Right. Yeah. I think with any sport, you kind of, you find that one or two player that you really come to. And, so you talk about, when somebody was with this team, then you were this fan, but then when he moved or she moved to this one, now you're this fan. So there's ones that I'm not a fan of the team, but I'm definitely a fan of this player and this player. So yeah, I think any sport like that has the, you have that connection with the driver or with the player, and so I think that's more of a personal thing than being, I'm a this team fan or stuff. So
hello, Daniel, how are you?
Hey, Daniel.
If you want to join, I think you have the link on LinkedIn comments. So if you want to join, you have another relay. Besides cars, do you have any?
Yeah, we don't have to talk about cars.
Do you like another kind of sport?
Yeah, anybody who's watching, what kind of sports do you like?
And you, share with us, Harper, which sport do you like besides cars?
I really don't watch sports anymore because American sports are they're a bunch of spoiled brats. They really kind of ruin it for me. It's not because it's no longer about the sport. It's about their personal message and what they want to do and everything else. It's like you're paid to entertain, so entertain. So I really don't watch. I don't watch much TV at all. In fact, I don't even have a TV in my room or anything. Yeah, when when American football comes on, I won't watch it. Baseball, none of that stuff. So, and I don't even know how to play basketball. I'm 6'5", and I have no idea how to play basketball. I can shoot, I can do all that kind of stuff, but my friends just kind of laugh at me and say, "Sit down," and they won't tell me what I do wrong. So, all right, whatever.
You remind me about a kind of joke here in Portugal, because I think you may know, and if you don't know, you will know now.
Mm-hmm.
We are kind of soccer only. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
now we have, but the people's passion, it's football, it's soccer. And we have this joke when we are on school, when we are young boys. The one who who stays at the goal, it's the fat.
Mm-hmm.
If you can play in the middle, you can be a midfielder. So you go to the goal. You're the goalkeeper.
Exactly. It's like, you go, I'll wait here.
If you're
When I was a kid, I actually played soccer, and I played for 7 years, from 6 years old up to 13, and my dad was the coach, and so I played anything from a goalkeeper to striker, a forward. So
yeah.
in fact, there's a couple of pictures. I have a bloody lip and everything else on our for our soccer team picture.
That was that, and and usually we used to say, the fat guy stays on the goal, he's
Mm-hmm.
the goalkeeper, and he's the football owner.
Yeah.
For instance, and then there was this ritual, which was to pick the player. For instance,
Mhm.
you have 10 boys.
Yep.
Okay, the better ones start choosing, and the worst players stay to the end,
Yep.
and they go to the goal.
Yeah.
I was always the last pick.
Yeah. Me and another kid, we would switch depending on which team we would play, because we knew if they were really good, I'm like, I want to be the goalie. So, that way, if they don't if the rest of the team doesn't stop them, then it's up to me, to do it and stuff. And so, so we had there was me and another guy. We were both really good at against different teams. So depending on what team we played, it'd be like, okay, you're goalie, you're up front, so because we knew exactly what the other team was going to do, and some of them didn't. They would be afraid if I was in the goalkeeper, which was funny because I was a little skinny kid, and but it was just.
Well, maybe little, not as much little.
I'm not little anymore. No.
I think you
I'm
are
195 and a half centimeters. So
yeah. So it's not. For instance, here in Portugal, when I think the average tall, it's about, for men, about 170. I don't believe it's above 75.
yeah.
So I think here you're kind of a little above average. Yeah.
Yeah, when I go overseas, I tend to be a little taller than everybody else.
Yeah. Let's see if Daniel join us.
Daniel, you gonna make it on?
Yeah. It's a nice guy. I met. He joined me some weeks ago, and we have this amazing conversation. He has also a nice story to share. So let's see if he can join us. Would be nice. But that's funny, this thing about sports. And there's this coach here in Portugal. He was in Brazil before, and then he came again to lead one of the most famous teams here in Portugal.
Yeah.
And he's kind of crazy about these physical patterns. For instance, if you are a goalkeeper, but you're tall, you're above 185.
Daniel, he put the link in the comments.
Is there the link, my friend? Twice. Look. Just scroll 2 or 3 comments, and you will find it. Let me. No, it's Jorge Jesus.
I was going to say, I saw that word. I'm like, that's got to be Portuguese.
And for instance, I know if you are a goalkeeper, and if you are above, I don't know, about 190 on European measures, it will be hard for you to play with him.
hard to play goalie.
Yeah, because he understands there's this standard measurement sizes.
Yeah. And it's also hard for. I mean, it's the same reason why you don't see tall women or tall guys in gymnastics.
Yeah,
you don't move. The little guys are the ones that can lob and do that. Bigger guys, it's like trying to pull the Eiffel Tower down. It's not going to work. So
let's see. Daniel, do you find the link, my friend? Please just scroll a little bit. The link is there.
We can read it to you.
Do you want me to spell it? Yeah, that's the thing. For instance, I don't know. I think you remember this basketball player from '90s, Isaiah Thomas.
Mm-hmm. Isaiah Thomas, yeah.
They call him the Pocket Magic Johnson or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny because when I was in the 70s when I was a kid, that was before your time, but in the late 70s, basketball was really huge in the U.S. and 70s and early 80s. You had such iconic players at the time, and then after a while it started becoming all about money and products that they were endorsing, and they kind of left the basketball,
Okay, now we have Daniel.
Hey, Daniel.
Come stai?
You guys probably...
Glad you can make it.
You guys are a complete idiot.
No, come on. We were joking, my friend, no problem.
No, but
How are you?
I'm actually walking in this beautiful Scandinavian forest, which I'm going to show you,
Oh, you're making us jealous.
Yeah.
Stop it.
No,
What part of Scandinavia?
this is in the sort of middle of Sweden, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
How's the weather there?
Are you guys familiar with this wonderful place?
Not really.
I don't get much north of Denmark, so.
Oh, it's actually
because
pretty much the same latitude.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Harper has these Scandinavian roots.
Yes.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah, you have more Mediterranean roots.
Yeah. But I was born in Chicago, Marco.
Ah.
Yeah. I know. You're American, but
I'm
you
kind
have
of a weird combo. But anyway, I'm apologizing for the footsteps. If you guys hear footsteps, it's
No
because
problem.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Okay. Well, I just stepped out to go buy some food on the other forest. So I thought I'd check in and see, and I'm good to see you guys.
Absolutely.
Well,
And
glad
it's
you
good
did.
to see
What,
you.
you guys are talking about sports. What do you do, Harper?
I'm retired military, but in my spare time, I play around with cars.
Okay. I get you.
So.
Well, I mean, are you based in the U.S. or?
Yes, I live in southern Arizona.
Okay. All right. Alrighty.
Where it's sunny all the time.
Yeah. It's actually sunny today here, unusually. I mean,
Northern Europe's having some pretty warm weather lately.
Yeah. Well, it's a short summer in Sweden. It's about a week long.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But
where I'm at, we have about a week of winter.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I spent a a nice part of my life in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And I only had one sweater for 15 years.
Yeah. I mean, I go somewhere cold and I'm like, should I buy a sweatshirt?
Yeah.
You remind me this conversation I had 2 weeks ago. I was talking with someone from Brazil, and he was telling me, "Oh my God, it's so cold outside. Oh my God, it's so cold." And then I asked, "How cold it is?" And he replied me, 26 Celsius. And I said, "Are you kidding me?"
Oh yeah, that's a rain. They're in a rainforest, though.
I think we're actually pretty good advertising for streaming and the online life because we can still talk about the weather.
Yeah, exactly. I'm really impressed that you're able to connect on a phone. I've tried to connect with these guys on my phone for so long, and it just said you can't do it.
Yeah,
they made some improvements. They made some improvements.
No, actually, Sweden is one of the most high tech, electronically speaking. So you get this look of cows and old painted houses, but it's actually it's actually T1 lines everywhere and everything's 4G. Well, I mean, they kind of figured out that there's really no need to waste time on furniture.
Mm-hmm. Just the basics,
I have no idea. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, what we're talking about is that Sweden is known for several cliches: meatballs, easy girls, and IKEA.
Yeah.
And Volvo. Well, but Volvo now it's Chinese.
Yeah, Volvo is Chinese, except for the trucks. The trucks are still Swedish.
Yeah,
but anyway, no, I was just commenting on the fact that.
Oh my God. We are live.
Stop.
You have a riot there. You have a riot, Harper.
But anyway, what I was saying was simply that Swedes are very into trends. If somebody likes something, everybody likes it.
Okay.
And so I think IKEA is part of that culture where people don't mind having the same furniture that their neighbors have.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those. It's one of those things. It's only used for sitting on or sleeping on. So.
Yeah, I mean, some places have a certain culture about their architecture and their spaces. For example, you wouldn't be caught dead same stuff as your neighbor. And in Portugal,
I
think.
Yeah. We are very, very jealous about it because if you want something, and for instance, if you go to the street and your neighbor has the same shirt as you go home and you change it, and
you never wear it again.
Yeah, absolutely. This could happen. Yeah, I think it's kind of Mediterranean.
Right, or if you're into Hitchcock, you just change neighbors.
Oh my God. But yes. Have you ever been here in Portugal, Daniel?
I haven't been in Portugal and I haven't been in Brazil. And for someone who actually speaks Portuguese, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like preparing for a race but never racing.
Yeah. That's really a good way to put it. It's like somebody who practices all their life and they never get off the bench.
Yep.
Yeah, but I think for your business, talk Portuguese, it's good because, for instance, Brazil on performative art, they are amazing. They are very, very good.
Yeah.
On acting and music and everything, they are really good.
No, but I'm very familiar with. I have a lot of Brazilian friends, and I work with Brazilians, and I have friends who are in Portugal buying houses, fixing houses, all these kind of things. but I just have never been there.
Okay, you should.
Yeah. Well, if I keep walking and turn left over here by the train tracks, I'll get there.
You might get there. Yeah.
Absolutely. In half an hour, you're here.
I don't know if you're going to walk from Sweden to Portugal, but that's a long walk around the water.
It's funny because there was a time. Remember when the volcano in Iceland erupted?
Yes.
I don't know how many years ago that was. It's hard to gauge unless you really know, but it's more or less 10 years ago.
Yeah.
All flights were stopped because of the debris.
Yes.
And I had a friend who took a taxi cab from Madrid to here.
Holy God.
Wow.
Holy God.
That cab driver is going, yep, I can retire off this one fare.
Absolutely.
I think they made a deal, ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe.
But, yeah.
It's a kind of hero trip.
In fact, I was buying some tickets to go to Italy because my mother's in Italy. She's 85. I haven't seen her in a year, and she's been through the whole COVID thing. So I need to stop by and see how she's doing. So I got some tickets in September, and then Norwegian Air, which is my preferred low-cost airline, canceled every single flight for September. So now I'm thinking, it's time to get back on the road and just drive down there.
How long will it take you?
I think if I bring my kids with me in the car and they're both drivers, we could make it in maybe 2.5 days.
Yeah.
That's not bad, except that it's really heavy on the car. I mean, you're keeping a car running 24 hours days.
Yeah, that wears it down a lot. So
I believe if Harper was the driver, in one day you'll reach Italy.
As long as he pays the tickets.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's most of the drive is in Germany where there are no speeding tickets, so it's okay. Okay, there's some motorcycle coming by, so I apologize for the noise here.
No problem. Oh my God!
I'm glad you told us because I would have thought you were under.
Oh my God!
Yeah, but I mean, actually, the guy sitting on the motorcycle must be about 120 kilos. He owns the ball. He would have played goalie with you, Marco.
Oh.
Sure.
Yeah, we used to have the same rules in Italy, in terms of like who played with whom. And I actually wrote a story once about playing for this church team in the countryside in Italy when I was about 10 years old. And the priest was the coach. And he would put 15 children, Fiat 127. I don't know what kind of car that was.
Yeah, I remember.
It used to be the most sold car in Europe, in the 70s.
Yeah.
And we would drive and play the opposing team on the next over hill. And that's like just one of the environments. 15? Yeah, small, right? Small kids. It's like when they do the record for how many people fit in a phone booth kind of thing.
Oh my God.
It's like a clown car.
It was common on the 70s and 80s, this kind of procedure.
Yeah, I mean, plus the fact that this priest was driving put us on the right side of any kind of moral.
Wow.
Because
so I was hoping that he would get pulled over and to listen to what he would say to the cop.
Yeah, would he lie or tell the truth?
Yeah, exactly.
I think that times there were 3 cars, typical cars, to make this kind of record, which was the Fiat, the Volkswagen Beetle, and the Mini.
Mini Minor.
The Mini, yeah.
Yeah, they were the most known cars by doing this adventure.
Yeah, and I think a close fourth would be the Diane or the Renault 4.
Yeah. My father had a Renault 4. It was
That's a car.
the first time I drove.
Yeah,
This.
with the handle stick shift.
Yeah. I have another story about this. My birthday is in the September 10th. Okay, so I went to the cafe, which is about 1 mile away from here, and they start giving me drinks and strong drinks, and then I got completely drunk. And I couldn't make it to drive. So a friend of mine drove me home, but he didn't know how to put the shifts.
Oh, geez.
And so, okay, Marco, you put the shifts and I drive. I was by his side, and okay, let's do it. Second, okay. Third, let's go. And
Yeah.
Maximo, it was the third. And this was the day before the 9/11 problem in the United States. So I wake up with this situation. My sister calling my mother. Look to television in the United States. It's this amazing thing. And I turned on the TV on my room. I saw that. Okay, let me turn this off. I'm having a nightmare.
That's kind of how we thought too, and we weren't drinking.
Yeah, but I
Yeah, right.
because I was with this hangover. I think okay, that's due to the alcohol, but it was not.
Everything happened because Marco was drinking.
Well, you know, I tell you another silly story about 9/11, which was so my kids in LA, they had a best friend who was from Andorra. He was from northern Spain, basically, and he's flying back from Madrid to New York on 9/11.
Oh, geez.
So he's like literally my kid's best friend. His mom is my wife's best friend and everything. And they get on the flight, and he's kind of misbehaving.
Oh.
So the mother tells him, if you don't stop misbehaving, the plane will fly back to Madrid. You understand how this ends, right?
Yeah.
that they shut off New York, and the plane flew back to Madrid, and the kid freaked out.
He's never going to doubt his mom again.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God. So good.
The rest of the plane's going, come on, lady.
Remember,
pick somewhere else.
I was actually teaching film at a college in Valencia, California. I was teaching a cinematography class and a 16-millimeter filmmaking class. And I, as I'm driving there, it's a 40-mile commute from LA to this class that I'm teaching. And as I'm driving there, the kids saying, turn on the radio. And I turn on the radio, and there was this live feed saying, oh, another one jumped from the window. Another one jumped from the window.
Yeah.
I had no idea what the fuck anybody was talking about. Pardon my French.
Oui, oui.
But we ended up, basically spending the rest of this piling TVs on top of each other and just watching this all day. And I don't know. I think I'm still hungover from that.
Yeah.
Yes, it was amazing.
It's our Pearl Harbor in a way. Like my dad talked about Pearl Harbor.
Modern day Pearl Harbor. Yep.
Yeah. But as a storyteller and scriptwriter and filmmaker, I pretty much live for change, live for working with change and the consequences of change and witnessing change and action and choice in moments of urgency. So that gave me a little bit extra practice.
Yep.
So Marco, did you see my message today that I sent you?
Yes. We should schedule our pre-live meeting.
No, because we have a schedule, but we don't have a pre-schedule in which I'm going to tell you everything I'm going to say, and then I'm going to say completely different things.
Okay, perfect. So, don't give the spoiler. That's perfect.
Yeah. Well, you know, I teach several screenplay classes and storytelling classes, and one of the key elements in my story kit, which is rules for storytelling, is that you always start from the ending. So I'll stick to that when I'm with you on the show.
Because after all, it's the most important thing. It's how it ends.
Yeah. I mean, an example that I give to people is if you're at a wedding, right, and everyone's drunk and your family's kind of laying down and somebody's dancing with your girl and things are getting kind of funky, and then it's your time to tell a joke. I mean, like you have to literally stand up on the table and tell a joke. And my question to people who are working with writer's block or inspiration or that kind of stuff is, how do you pick a joke that you're going to tell at a wedding? And that gets us going, right? Because, I mean, you pick that you know is funny, so you know that the ending works for that audience.
Mm-hmm.
You don't tell the sex joke to a class of 8-year-olds.
Right.
So you got to pick the story, frame the story, and really know that the thing's going to work. Then you can start to tell it, and tell it in any format that you want. Long, short, with or minimal. But you always start from the ending.
Well, we have this comment from Chris about 9/11. I was at work and I didn't believe it firsthand. I thought it was a take for a new movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I was law
comment,
enforcement on duty
right?
at the time, so
Really?
yeah. And Chris, I thought it was
Because the whole thing spread to the whole
weird.
country.
Yeah, I thought it was just some weird thing like, this can't be real. This can't be real. Not until the second plane hit the tower, and then I was like, okay, this wasn't an accident,
Yeah.
Of course, not that I really thought the first one was an accident. I'm like, how do you miss it? It's a clear day and the building's right in front of you. But, yeah.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
funny because look where I am.
Yes. he's got his background.
Oh my! I just remember. Okay, I was looking. Oh my God, it's New York.
All right.
It was
I'm
not
gonna show you
planned.
where-
It was not planned.
I think it's New York after the fact, though.
Maybe.
I'm going to show you something now. But you got to be ready for this, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to show you what passes for acting here. Watch this. You see them?
Yeah. Nice
That's it.
shirts.
Yeah, both have the same shirt.
Yeah.
Maybe they were neighbors, and now they're
that was a good assist.
My God, so good.
All right.
Yeah, in Scandinavia, advertising can be pretty risque at times too. So they're a little more open than American advertising.
Yeah. It's actually very similar in terms of its tone to British advertising, if you're familiar with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It's always humor based, but inside joke.
yeah,
So it's culturally dense. At the beginning you just don't get it.
yeah.
But all right, well, I don't think I want to put you through actually a Swedish shopping experience.
You're not going to give us a play-by-play on what you're buying from the grocery store?
Let's see the prices. Let's see the prices.
Okay. All right.
Let us compare the prices. You may be reached by a security guy thinking you're doing kind of espionage.
Telling all the secrets.
Yeah. Well, he went away.
Yeah. Well, he froze. I think he probably lost a signal, but
Let's see.
well, I'm glad he got his walk through the forest to get to the market. So
Yeah. It's very, very healthy and
Oh yeah,
relaxing, I think.
and it sure seemed like a wonderful day out there. So
Yeah.
yeah, one of these times I'll get out to you know, Northern Europe and track down Western Germany, where part of my family's from, up into Denmark, and then kind of do a bunch of driving. You know, beautiful area. I mean,
Yeah.
and so much to see out there. So
I had a friend. I think where's this phenomenon with on the sky with these colors? I think it's on Iceland. I had a friend who went there for about 2 or 3 weeks. He loved the journey, but it
yeah,
was so. He told me, okay, it was an amazing journey, but it was so expensive
I bet,
because,
yeah,
for instance, here in South Europe, for instance, let me talk about the prices. Here in my town, you can have a decent hotel, about $50 night,
hmm
couple. Okay, you can have a meal about $15 each one,
okay,
a good meal. So you see, it's for you, it's very inexpensive, right?
hmm
If you start going up, climbing Europe to north, the prices will blown up.
yeah. You start getting closer to tourist areas, and prices are, you pay for that stuff, and that's why I like to just have a car, go around visiting places, the non-tourist areas. Like I've been to
Well,
Paris. Paris was really dirty, except for in the touristy areas where they keep everything clean because that's where they want other people to see them. But but it's just I want to go out and I want to see the countryside. I want to see the little villages. I want to go see how people really live.
yeah. But the problem is okay. If it's a touristic place, for instance, if you go to Oporto,
hmm
well, you have reachable meals in Oporto. The problem is about the problem tourism brought to Oporto and also Lisbon. It's if you want to live there, because most of the places, apartments and everything, is being used to tourism. You can afford to pay an apartment
hmm
or even a room just if you want to live there to work or study. It's really difficult to because the prices went up like skyrockets.
Wow.
Okay, but the problem is also about this mix. This blend is about the usual income of the country because we don't have a so big income at the end of the month. So it's for you, for instance, American. Portugal is a very cheap country, and for instance, to eat, it's amazing. If you want to eat good fish, you should come to Portugal. Yeah, I think in food, maybe we can be compared with France. They are really good also, but here in Portugal, you eat really good, and it's very cheap to eat in Portugal. We don't have this fast. Okay, you have McDonald's and everything, but if you go to a typical restaurant, it's something amazing to to eat
Yeah.
there. And the flavor of the food and everything, it's really good.
Yeah, I think it'd be a really nice place. Just really to kind of hit all of the, start at Portugal and work your way all the way around the Mediterranean. Just kind of really visit all the cultures and the
Yeah,
food and everything. I think it'd really be a cool experience. So,
yeah. In Spain, they are also friendly people.
hmm
Spanish, and
yeah,
and the country itself, it's a very beautiful country. If you want to come here, okay, in summer, if you go to Spain and in the center of Spain, you will feel home because it's cold. It's not. It's hot, my friend. It's amazing. I will just to finish the conversation. it was about 11 years ago or something. I went to it's kind of south of Spain, and I went. It was in summer. It was summer, and I went to a disco.
Mm-hmm.
At the entrance of the disco, they are. Let me see. Let me translate it. Because at the entrance, they were giving props. This it was a fan. You know that thing you use to do this?
Oh yeah.
It's a fan.
Yeah.
So that's what they were giving as a prop at the entrance of the discotheque.
Oh really?
It was so warm inside, so hot.
Yeah, that's usually it.
You sweat
It's gonna be hot
like a river. Yeah. So in summer, Spain it's really really warm, and because, for instance, Portugal is a very narrow country.
Yes, it is.
It's,
All waterfront.
yeah, absolutely. And Spain, it's wider, and in Madrid, for instance, and those.
Yeah, Madrid's right in the middle, so
it's my friend. It's really hot.
we got a comment from Chris.
Okay, Chris. Well, my friend, we have this codfish. I used to say, if you come to Portugal, we have so many recipes about codfish. You can start at the 1st of January till the 31st of December, eating lunch and dinner a different dish in codfish. So it's kind of, if you just want to have a meal in Portugal, which you should not do that because it's crazy, you should pick codfish. The way we do it, it's really good. But my suggestion, come here and I will guide you. Because
Everybody just go to Marco's house.
Yeah, I think I will start.
And then we'll go down. Then we'll go down to that city that's having that party.
Yeah, but believe it. I think you may believe this. I'm truly a lover about my country. Of course, I like to, and I think you saw that I'm sharing all the time photographs about Portugal, and people start asking me, "Oh, I want to go there." So I think I will start creating this travel agency.
You need to have your house as a bed and breakfast.
Yeah, because I'm suggesting so many things. So Daniel is having this experience. Hello.
I'm back.
So
Sorry, guys.
how are things there? Prices.
The shopping.
Talk us about the prices.
We're going to do an electronic checkout now.
Okay.
And then I'm back
great.
on the road. Yeah. Just, you guys can talk. I got to do it just here for a couple minutes.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So that's it. There's a guy on mostly on LinkedIn, and he followed me in the other platforms. And for instance, on Instagram, I like to share sunset pics on the beach because I live so very close to the beach and everything. And people, oh my God, I'm falling in love. For instance, one said, my son asked me, Father, I want to go to Portugal. Yeah, it's a very beautiful country. There's a joke about Portugal. God was making Portugal, okay, and put the forests, the rivers, the sea, the mountains, the beaches, and at the end he said, "Oh my God, I made it so good. I don't think it's fair to make something so good, so perfect, so beautiful. Oh my God, what can I do to balance this?" You were thinking, okay, let me create Portuguese people.
That's funny.
so, so it.
Oh,
So yeah, okay. We have some. Okay, we are not perfect, but one thing I think it's one of the biggest, mostly for foreigners that come here, and this is something very specific from Portuguese. I don't see this in any other place, which is our will to communicate with you. Because, for instance, okay, I speak English, but even though you go to a place where nobody speaks English, they will do an effort to try to communicate with you. You know,
yeah.
it's something really Portuguese. If you go to a place and someone reaches, even though they understand you're not Portuguese and you're foreigner, they will try as many ways they can do to connect with you. I remember this guy one day. I was with a German guy, which speak German. Well, he was not German. He was from Serbia, but he was living in Germany. He speaks German. I think he may speak Serbian, of course.
You never know.
English, yes, English, and he's because he's a very smart guy. He was trying to speak Portuguese and also Spanish. But there was this guy, worker, who was working on his place because he bought a house in Portugal. And this guy, the only foreign language he knows was French. And one thing that some people think is, okay, if you don't speak Portuguese, if I speak another foreigner language, you will understand. It doesn't matter which it was. You will understand. So he was talking. He told him, oh, I don't understand French. But he kept speaking French with him.
Yeah.
And
Because, there's some words that there's just no other, being so close to Mexico. I mean, I live less than an hour from Mexico. And so I don't speak Spanish, but you can sit there and listen to them talk. And then you can pick up on words that there is no Spanish word. So it's an English word. So if they're talking about, a Chevy truck, blah, 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 Chevy, blah, 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 hey, he's talking about his truck. Okay. But yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things. So
I think that Latin countries in America, they drink lots of words from United States, from the English, from your English. For instance, if you go to Brazil, they speak Portuguese, but they took so many because it's not the same Portuguese as we have. Okay,
right. Brazil and Portuguese is like America and England.
Yeah, kind of, yes.
Yeah.
And even it sounds different, but it's normal. For instance, if you heard Spanish speaking and from a Mexican, a Venezuelan, I don't know. I never know how to say it.
Venezuelan, yeah.
Venezuelan, yes. You see, okay, they speak Spanish, but they are from the American side of Latin Americans. It's because Portuguese, English, and Spanish, European languages, they are more close than in America.
Yes.
Like
American English is it's got so many weird rules on how you form sentences and everything else. One of the things that people don't understand, from America, is Americans don't understand when you learn a different language, the sentence structure is totally different. You can't just go word for word and go, okay, here, I speak this language. No, because what you've just botched
yeah.
Yeah, so
for instance, the adjective there comes before and here comes after.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of places they'll talk about the the subject, the action, and then everything else comes at the end of the sentence. Where the U.S. it's all, I've heard from numerous people around the world is trying to learn American English is the hardest language, just because of all the stupid rules that we have. It really is. I'm just glad I learned I get to learn the hardest one. And of course, I'm 50 years old and still can't speak English. But, yeah.
Well, I had this feeling about German because I was 2 years on trying to learn German, and I just picked a few words, and because it's if you want to learn German, you should study. It's impossible to learn just by hearing, at least for me.
Yeah, I've already started. I took a couple of years of German in high school, and then I actually had a layover in Frankfurt, Germany, in the early 90s when we were going to the Middle East. And I'm like, let me go off of the base. I want to go out and, this is what I learned for. And they're like, no, we're not letting you off. I'm like, I'm this close. But no, I'm actually currently relearning German. So because I do want to go over and, I don't want to be I'm a tourist, I want to blend in. I want to go and, just kind of, see the real Germany. So
interact.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have almost 2 hours.
Yeah, thanks. Good thing Steven's friends didn't wait; they would starve.
Yeah. I think now Steven is already watching Netflix.
Yeah, they're already done. He's got the movie on. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Eating popcorns. So
these guys are just talking and talking.
Let's bring Daniel so he can say bye-bye. Let's see. Hello, Daniel. Are you there?
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna say bye, but I just want to tell you that I'm trying to send the package US from here, and they don't send them. Like you can't send it to the US because of COVID.
Wow, that's right. Sweden is on a list of places.
Yeah, exactly.
By the way, you're not wearing the mask.
No, I'm not. But nobody here wears the mask. It's a kind of a herd immunity sort of thing. Like, it's a big country. There's not that many people, and they don't hug each other anyway.
Yeah, that's right. They're private, so.
Yeah, in that.
Yeah.
They are very different than.
No, but it's an issue. It's an issue.
Yeah,
I think they should be more careful.
Yeah, because for instance, in Southern Europe, you talk more with hands than with the mouth. and we have this
Italy is like that too.
we need to touch to
exactly.
talk. So to Latin people, this COVID thing is worse to manage than Northern Europe. So Daniel, we should come to an end, my friend.
See you guys soon.
So bye-bye. See you.
Okay, good to talk to you. Good to meet you guys.
Perfect.
Likewise.
Enjoy the Arizona sunshine.
Oh yes, I will.
I'm on New York. This week I'm on New York. Next week maybe I move to Arizona. You should send me.
Well,
I will search for.
I'll get you a good picture.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
That's good. Harper, your final thoughts.
Real quick, Chris, definitely, learning a language, I don't know if you're Portuguese or what, but, definitely, never stop learning. After I learn German, I'm going to go to Danish. So, I love to learn and, but no, everybody that's watching, thanks for watching. And, I hope to see you next time. Love all the questions and comments we got today, so that was great.
Absolutely. So see you all next week. Thank you for staying tuned in. And for those of you who are watching the replay, please leave some comments. Next week, I think we will be back to the normal schedule. So Stay tuned. Bye bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.